You know, us sports moms have something to say.
Yes, we do.
We'll have a chance to interview across the board, from athletes to the parents to the coaches to even the trainers.
And we're not afraid to share our journey. We're not afraid to tell other moms what we went through in order to raise up a student athlete. So I believe that it's inspirational.
Yeah. We able to tell our story, the good and the bad.
We can give back positive information.
Absolutely.
You know, we can empower them.
Yeah, I think it's time for the mothers to be a voice.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah.
It's time for us to let you know what's going on.
Oh my goodness. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your girl Shannon at Can We Talk Sports, and I have our host, Kawashika, and Karen. I'm sorry, I was kind of watching the video getting sidetracked. So anyway, listen. I gotta tell y'all something, right? Okay. So my daughter just messed me up, right? So she got me on this binge of watching Dynasty. Have y'all seen it? Dynasty? The new Dynasty? Listen, I've been on the couch. Okay, I'm going to say it for about 2 days watching Dynasty. I'm trying to catch up. I watched all season 1 and season 2. So far, y'all that knows me, I love movies. I love series like The Crown on Netflix. And what other movie, Karen? Oh my gosh, I can't think of the name of it. The one that just ended. Man, I lost track of it. It was on HBO.
I like Greenleaf.
Power.
Oh my,
Power.
No, not Power. It was oh man, my show. They killed all the I'll think of it later. Because me and my son watched it and they ended the whole season and it was on HBO, and that's the only reason why I got HBO. So
Oh really?
Greenleaf, don't get me started.
Oh yeah. I like Greenleaf.
I was having a moment on Greenleaf. I was like, Lord, really, Jesus, we really doing it like this? Yeah.
Right.
So, but anyway, so what movies?
I feel left behind.
What movies?
I don't know. No movies.
What?
What do you do?
What?
I don't watch TV.
Oh Lord! What? You gotta watch sports.
That's about it. Oh, you know what I did? This weekend I did. I started watching like basketball games because I want to be in tune with basketball.
Okay. Yeah, my daughter watched it all. Well, we just said we were at her game. Her opener was this weekend because Texas shut everything down on Friday, right? So all activities was closed. All 36 districts closed down because they thought it was going to be a tornado and Earth was coming to the end. Yeah,
right.
They closed down everything and do nothing.
Yeah.
So
thank God. Thank God.
Well, yes, thank God. Thank God. But still,
yeah. Now shout out to Colorado. CU Buffs because they beat Oregon. Shout out Colorado.
Oh, the basketball team?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't see that one. My daughter was watching, I think it was LSU. Didn't LSU play this weekend? I think so. Anyway, yeah, that's what she was watching. So I was watching movies. I was watching Dynasty. Yeah.
Oh.
I was trying to learn how to, run a Fortune 500 company. Yeah. I was taking some notes. Fallon, that's a bad girl. Okay, I don't really like her ways, but Fallon's a bad girl, So I was taking my notes, y'all, trying to get ready. So anyway.
Wait, who's going to win the game tomorrow between LSU and Clemson?
Oh, now I'm going to watch that.
I say LSU. I go for LSU.
I'm for LSU too.
I'll say LSU because
they're the underdog. I'm for the underdogs.
Yeah, I'm for underdogs too, but I think LSU is gonna take it. I think they're gonna.
I usually be for underdogs, but I'm going with LSU.
Yeah, I'm going with LSU. I think they're gonna come out, fighting. So we'll see what happens. Plus, my son has a friend that went to LSU and they played together in the XFL. So he's with the I can't think of the name. He's in Washington, and my son is with the LA Wildcats. So yeah, I'll support LSU for him. So
okay, but We have the Soto player on LSU, so
Oh,
I'll be
really?
going for LSU.
See, there we go again. Can we put on the screen Karen for president for DeSoto? Okay,
Oh,
because
right, there we go.
there we go. There we go. DeSoto. Karen is always giving you
DeSoto,
a shout out.
you.
I'm telling you, man. If I know what I know now, maybe we
Oh my
should have moved to
God.
DeSoto when I first moved here, huh? What you think?
Yeah, you
So,
should have.
okay, so
What else
listen,
y'all do this week? What
what
else y'all do?
this weekend or this?
Yeah, this week.
I told you where I
How was your
was.
week?
I
On the
was
couch?
watching Dynasty.
Oh,
Man, that show, y'all don't understand. I was okay. So listen, one daughter got me watching Dynasty. The other one got me watching a show called Manifest. Right. Then I watch All
Manifest.
American, but
Wow.
the season is over. And then my favorite one on Netflix is Blacklist.
Mm.
Oh my gosh, Blacklist, gotta watch it. I used to watch Scandal. I'm telling you, I'll be watching these, taking notes. So that's where I was. That's where I was. So what'd you do, Karen? Did you leave me, Karen?
yeah.
Mhm.
I had to do some housekeeping.
Oh
You had
yeah.
to do some house what?
Housekeeping
Oh,
for
oh
a
my.
quick moment.
That's right. Your daughter had her baby shower this weekend.
Yeah. How did
Yes.
And
that
how was
go?
that?
Mm. I'm
Okay.
so glad it's over.
Wait,
I'm
the
so
face. I
glad
saw
it's
the face.
over.
The face that. So I knew then. Okay, we going. Okay, we going.
Yeah,
Hide
now
your
we're ready
credit
for the baby.
cards.
Charge your
Right.
credit cards. Right. Okay. And Carlasco, what'd you do this weekend? Hair?
Oh,
Oh Lord. Did y'all see that? I did hair this week. I'm telling you, listen, y'all. We're different hosts.
Yes, I got my hair
We're
done.
we're real hosts. Like we're
Y'all
different.
like
Like
it?
yes, we do. We love it. You're fabulous, darling. So our us hosting us as hosts. You don't never know what you go get when you come on here. I'm telling you, we special, aren't we? We kind of special. So
There we
listen.
go.
So listen. We're gonna move it right along. After our movie adventures, getting hair done, holding baby showers. We want to give a shout out to Arisha. She's not able to be on, but we love you. And Katrina, we love you. We holding it down for you. We
Holding down.
got Big Mama coming back on. So we need to move on because we have a guest. So now listen, your girl used to play basketball, right? And when I heard about this team, this organization, I thought maybe I need to come out, go pull my shoes out the closet. And me and Irish was supposed to go join the team, and she was gonna get her Ben Gay, and I was gonna get my icy hot, and we was gonna, ask how old you have to be. Can we still play? No, let me stop playing, y'all. There's no way in the world I will be sitting on the side of the bench, holding my leg and my back, trying to ask for help. So we're going to leave that to the professionals, the young people. No, I'm not telling you my age, but I am still young. We're just going to leave it to the younger people to, handle it on the court. So we have a special guest coming on. We're going to be talking about it's like co-ed gender basketball.
Mhm.
We're pretty excited about it. First time I
Yes.
heard about it. This is amazing because I know you have a lot of females are wondering, saying that they want to play in the NBA.
Mhm.
And it's been an issue because you have females who are like, listen, we can play too, whether it's football, baseball, basketball. But Mr. James Scott started an organization where it allows male and female to play basketball. And I think that's
Mm.
pretty cool because listen, they got some females. Them chicks
Right.
is bad. They can hold their own.
Right.
Like you be looking at them like, dang, you balling like that. So
Yeah.
I think I would love to be able to end up going to a game just to sit there and watch. I think it makes it more exciting. I don't know.
Right.
What do you think?
Yeah.
I think it'll be more
The
the
the men
intensity.
and the women. Let's go.
Yes, just balling out. So anyway, we will get ready to bring our guest on. So watch this video, and after that, our guest, Miss Ashley um, Samuels, will be coming on. We're kind of waiting for Brian to get the video together for us in the back.
The first co-ed basketball in history. Tonight, for the first time, WNBA players and NBA players. Global mixed gender basketball, the future of basketball.
It's go to gender event. Everybody need to come out here.
Great game, men and women playing together.
Let's go! Vikings! Hoover's only TV.
This is really all about gender equality.
The energy here is amazing. The first time that we're seeing men and women on the court together, going hard in the paint, this is definitely where you need to be.
Men and women coming together, it ain't getting no better than that. You gotta come out and support.
Welcome,
Hello. How you guys doing?
Shannon. Unmute your phone.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
Listen, we having some interesting technical difficulties, but we're gonna get through this show today. All right. So Miss Ashley, I'm telling you, play basketball.
Yes.
You look like you can pair up the court.
I can do a little something.
Oh, come on, don't be modest right now. Yeah, do a little something.
Yeah.
Tell us where you played at, what position, and a little bit about yourself.
All right. So I played basketball. I played college Division I basketball in High Point, North Carolina, at High Point University. I was a power forward and a center, and I'm actually only about 6'1.5", so I was a small center. But I banged in the post, so I held my own.
Okay. So what high school did you go to?
So I'm actually from Virginia, a small town in Virginia, Withville, Virginia, actually. This, like I said, it's a small population, about 200 people in my graduating class. Graduated from there, ended up going to High Point University. I got several offers for Division I schools across the nation, but I wanted to keep it small and go somewhere where I felt like it was a tight-knit community. And so I chose High Point University.
Okay.
That's
so
good.
tell this journey in basketball, right? Because we're going to lead up to where we're going about the global gender basketball team.
Yes.
During that time in college, was there ever thought of, was it women's NBA or was it a thought of, I would like to play in the NBA? Was there, go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. So when I would say in high school, I actually started later than most players. A lot of players start in AAU, when they're 10, 9, 10, 11. I actually started when I was in the 8th grade because I had people, approaching me because of my height. And I didn't think that I would be good at it. I never had really played it. And then I took a chance at it. And my 9th grade year, I actually played on varsity. I'm pretty competitive. So I stayed in the gym, worked on my game, and then I started to see more about the WNBA. Of course, I followed the NBA for a while during that time. And I had aspirations to play in the league, absolutely, all the way up until I would say my sophomore year in college, when I had, knee injuries. My cartilage is, it's bone on bone. So it's pretty bad on both knees. So I ended up going through about 4 minor surgeries on my knees. And I just, at that point, realized it wasn't necessarily worth it for me, but I still loved the game, still wanted to be around the game. So I kind of shifted my mentality, like I said, midway through college into more of a business focused, like what can I do outside of the game? How can I still be around the game and still pour into the game, but not on the court? So I started working around tournaments, amateur, travel basketball. I did a lot of tournaments, camps, skills, clinics, training, you name it. I did everything I could until I found what I felt like was my way through. And that ended up being brand development, marketing, and So during the events, I'm sorry, I'll kind of back up a little bit. During the events, I found that in order for us to succeed, because everyone was doing tournaments, we needed to set ourselves apart. And so through that, I started to tap into branding and the experience and marketing and promotion of our events. During that process, I realized that that was actually where that was my passion. That was where I felt like that's where I should be putting my energy. So I kind of branched out and started doing it for different businesses, started my own marketing company, brand company, and then that kind of evolved to branding for professional athletes. Within all of this, my passion lies, the bias is, of course, is that I'm a former women's basketball player. So my passion was to try to give these women an opportunity to see that there's more to basketball, or more to, them than being an athlete, right? So when this is all said and done, what are you going to do when you leave the court? And so I started working with these athletes to help them see that they need to build their brands, that they need to start establishing a foundation or organizations, a company, different things outside of the sport. And so the evolution ended up being, tapping into different opportunities. Saw global mixed gender basketball, loved it. It aligned with my purpose. It aligned with my background. It aligned with everything that I stood for. I love the mission, the equality, the gender equality, trying to, bridge the gender wage gap in sports. Everything that Mr. Scott is out here building was everything that I was looking for. So it was, an automatic for me. And so I reached out to him and we just started building, and here we are. So that's the long end of it. Sorry.
No, that's good. I wish we would have had you on our show we just had called The End Game, because I would have loved to hear your story. Because when you said your knee situation, and then you had to realize, this game is not forever.
Right.
And for our audience to see that here's a person who played ball, went through the situation, but still is around what she loves to do, and still making things happen. Because a lot, like I said, we don't prepare for that.
Right.
They think, hey, I'm gonna be a professional, or I go to college, I'm gonna be a professional, this is it, this is my life. But here, yours ended in college, that you couldn't even get to the professional, but yet you still never stop. So that would have, been great to have you as a guest on there. So let's move along to Mr. James Scott. I did some research, and I'm telling you, this organization, this next move of basketball is going to be huge, because you have a lot of because you actually are playing at a different level, if that makes sense. Okay, so you have the NBA, you have the all men's, and then you have the females, but now you put the two together. It's like, it's the challenge that a lot of female basketball players have been looking for when it comes, because it's amazing, because they're like, we love the women's NBA, that's great, but there's something about this challenge in the NBA that makes them play at another level.
Yes.
And this organization, this team, gives them that opportunity to play at that level, to play at the level they feel they can, that they know that they can play at, if that makes sense. Right? So tell us a little bit about the organization. Tell us a little bit about the company.
So James Scott founded this in 2015. And then in 2016, we started to pick up some momentum. Tiny Harris, she ended up signing on to be the Atlanta Airs owner. And then shortly after, Master P signed on to represent the New Orleans Gators, as well as be the league president. He came on as the league's president. Toward 2017, we did the inaugural game in Las Vegas. It was between the Atlanta Airs and the New Orleans Gators, and it was amazing. We did it at University of the UNVL Arena out in Las Vegas, and we had stars. We had Lisa Leslie. We had NBA stars, former NBA stars, former WNBA stars, and everyone. Like celebrities, like it was a huge ordeal. So that was, like I said, in 2017, going into 2018, we started picking up more owners, which the concept is within each market, there's a celebrity that represents each team. So that's the twist of it. So it's a professional co-ed basketball league, and we do have former and current WNBA players, former and current NBA players, and then we also try to find unknown stars, which might be street ball players, people who played overseas who didn't get the opportunity to play in the league, people who did not have a shot at either one for whatever it may be, injuries, didn't have enough exposure, whatever that is. We're trying to also provide a platform so that they can have the same exposure and play at the same competitive level.
That's awesome.
So it's an incredible platform, and the games are amazing. And people, a lot of the questions that I get is, how do the women compete with the men out there? And when you see it for yourself, you'll see how women, there's two different styles, right? So men are a lot of, alley-oops and running and passing, and it's a lot of the show, right? Women are a lot more fundamental. Women are a lot more mental when they play. So when men throw the ball, the women are already there because they anticipate it. It's really interesting to see the dynamic, and it's women adapt a lot. So when men are a lot stronger, men are a lot taller, women are a lot quicker. They try to get into different space. They try to anticipate. So like I said, it's incredible. It's hard to really explain. I'm doing it no justice. You have to be there. You have to see it, and it's intense.
Right. Women are more strategic thinkers. I've seen it on the court. They're very strategic thinkers compared to, men's basketball. Men are aggressive, and they, like you said, all the alley-oops and the showboating. But females are really strategic thinkers, even when they're going down the court. And they, I hear the coach, because my daughter plays basketball as well, and you'll hear the coach say set up, and you'll see them come back and set up, and it's like they literally view the whole court differently.
Exactly.
And so they're strategic thinkers on the court. So okay, so basic. Go ahead.
I have a question. So since it's men and women, do the men kind of take it more easy on the women? Because, women are fragile, or do they really go at it?
They go at it. They go at it. I thought that it was going to be that way, and a lot of people assume that. And you would think that they would, but no, they go at it. It's really competitive. And once they see, the women start shooting and start making shots, then they start, revving them up a little bit. So it's really competitive.
Wow.
I don't think they would want them to go. I don't think they would want them to take it easy on them, because it's
not at all.
Because to me, it would say, don't treat me like that. Like, I can play this
exactly.
game. Don't play me. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Like, if we're gonna play just as if it was playing on your dudes. You know what I'm saying? On somewhere else. But I don't think they would like it if you took it easy on them.
Yeah. Well, I was wondering. You know how I didn't know if it was real play or like the Harlem Globetrotters. They were just out there playing.
Oh, it's intense.
This is real basketball.
Full-fledged. Yes.
Co-ed.
Yes, full-fledged, 94 feet. Yes, it is full-fledged. And so the unique thing about it is that Mr. Scott he set it up to where there's 2 men and 3 women on the court, and then they swap. So then it'll be 3 men and 2 women. So there's always the same amount of players, the same amount of gender on the court at the same time. And that's how it's structured. And then when women score or shoot a 3-pointer, it actually is 4 points. So there's some different unique rules that he's come up with that make it really interesting.
Right. And that's what I was going to ask you too. I was going to ask you, like, did the rules change since it's co-ed now? So
slightly, those. And then also, so the other unique thing is a women's basketball is 28.5 in size, and then the men's basketball is 29.5. So GMGB actually had a custom basketball made for the league, and it is 29 even. So it is right in between a men's standard and a women's standard basketball.
Wow.
Cool.
Oh wow. I never knew that.
Yeah,
I didn't play basketball. I didn't know there was a difference.
Right. Basketball.
I never played basketball. Yeah, there's a difference too.
Right.
Yeah. But you know what's funny? Because I usually, my daughter likes practicing with the men's basketball. versus because it does something. So when she gets a women's basketball, it's, I don't know if she shoots
Lighter.
easier. Yeah, it's lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So her coach, he makes some practice with the men's basketball versus the women. So recruiting process, how do the recruiting process goes? I mean, is it like your typical professional recruiting process? Is there agents? Is there a draft? How does all that work?
So we are actually, we've had exhibition games, right? So we hadn't launched our season yet. We've been, getting it out there, getting people seeing it and seeing what the product is. And we've been building up until, we actually launch our first season. When we have our season, we will do everything. We'll do a draft. We'll have, the recruiting process. And as of now, the teams actually are responsible for, and they contribute. It's not even a responsibility more than it's what they take on themselves. The celebrities in their cities who have access to players who they've seen or heard that's on their radar that they bring in to be a part of their team. We also have a lot of WNBA players, big name players that have been a part of the league. And, we get a lot of calls and emails for people. So we definitely have a plethora of players right now in our database.
So we have a guest, and they asked, "Are you in Texas?"
We will be in Texas. We are in Texas. We actually just signed on a celebrity. I won't mention their name now because we will have a press release, but it's pretty big, and we'll be based in Houston.
Oh wait, what? Y'all can't come to Dallas?
Yeah, well, we have Houston right now, but we'll come to Dallas. We gotta.
Oh my God!
We'll get out there.
Trying out for the team.
Yeah, we'll get out there.
Dallas yet? No, let me stop.
How far is Dallas?
I can't hear nothing.
4 hours.
4 hours.
Yeah.
That's all right. I'll go. That gives me time to go get in shape.
Yes,
but listen,
do what you gotta do.
I'm playing right now. That ain't gonna work. That's not even gonna happen.
We need you.
No. That's all right. Because y'all I'm telling you, gotta have the icy hot, the ice and everything, the ice bath, all that shit right on the side. So, okay. So, what's the age with this? Is there an age limit?
So, you definitely have to be out of college, or I guess 18. 18. That's
18 to what's the cutoff? Come on, tell me what's the cutoff.
Well, we hadn't had a cutoff. I'm not gonna say there's a cutoff. As long as you can play. Now, I'm gonna say as long as you can compete and you understand the intensity of it.
Hold on. That's I'm good. I ain't even gonna try.
That's what it is. To answer this stuff.
What is you doing? Like, listen, no.
Yeah, there's no cutoff.
Okay.
Show us what you got.
I see maybe at halftime you can have a senior game where the seniors can play.
Wait.
Halftime.
I'm up here in the green. I ain't no senior. Hold up. Wait a minute. Now I'm talking about no.
That's something we might do.
No seniors that they missed out and they say, I can live again. I can still play.
Yeah.
That I would have to see, right? Oh my gosh, that would be funny.
The other part. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was actually in reference to the halftime show. So the other part that Mr. Scott has implemented was having a live celebrity show or performance. So it's almost like a concert at halftime as well. So he really balances out the entertainment factor from the entertainment world to the sports world, and then meshes it all in one experience. So it is an incredible game experience, and we've had some celebrities come out and have live performances, and it's been really good. But as far as a senior or youth games, we are starting to do some outreach programs. So once we kick off our league, we will be implementing some different programs for the community.
Wow.
Awesome.
I like that.
Now,
go ahead.
I just want to ask about the expense, to get in the game. Most of the time, is it a family type of experience? So is it affordable for the family to get into the game?
Yes. So
Wow.
we actually work with a lot of organizations, and that's actually when we go into these markets, we try to connect with a lot of the YMCA's, a lot of the youth groups, and we actually will give them tickets, a set amount of tickets because we encourage them to get out. At the end of the day, we want people to experience this, and my passion personally behind it, which aligns with his passion and his vision, Mr. Scott, is, we want these kids to understand and to have some hope, right? So as I've seen these young kids, and that is probably the most incredible part, from my experience at these games, is watching the young kids experience this, and watching the young girls experience this and see that women can actually play with men, and to see this not at the rec league where you see people playing pickup, but on a professional scale. You know what I mean? Seeing people that you've seen on TV, and it makes them believe that they are capable of doing this. That has been the single most thing that I mean, it really is. It gives me chills every time I see it, because they're out there and they're talking about what player they want to be like. And, it's not just talking about LeBron or talking about, these other big name NBA players. They're talking about people in the league that they've seen, and it's so relatable and so attainable. And so, I can talk all day about this. It's, it's a very passionate situation for me.
So
Now the office. Oh, I'm sorry.
no, the question I was going to ask is, okay, so when you're coming out of college and you're going into the opportunity to play in this league, is it the same way as, are these athletes professionally paid? Because like I said, you have those that come out of college, and my thing is, I call it the 1%. Everybody doesn't make the 1%. But this is why I love what you guys are doing, because you're giving those the opportunity that did not make the 1% still an opportunity to play. So are these athletes, are they paid? Is it traveling? Do they get endorsement deals? I mean, tell me more in detail about that.
Yeah, so that's definitely at the top of the list for us. Equal play, equal pay is our motto. So we definitely want to make sure that every, men and women that we bring into our program are paid equally, and they're paid to what we feel, what their value is. And obviously the more support we get, the more money we'll be able to, contribute across all boards. But that is the first and single most important thing before we do a game, is making sure equal play, equal pay. And as far as, I'm sorry, what was the last question? I don't want to ramble on.
Oh no, as far as like, what about endorsement opportunities? You guys look like, are you looking to work with like Nike, Adidas, Under Armour?
Absolutely. Yeah. The more people, the merrier at this point. We're, like I said, we're trying to get people, we're trying to get the attention of people. And I think we're starting to bubble up. I think people are starting to see that what we're doing, we're serious about it. And the more, eyes we see, I think the more opportunities we'll have. And we definitely want and encourage, companies to come aboard and help us push this forward, because it's not just, this is not for us. This is, we believe this is the future of basketball, and this is for the future, the youth, and for women, and the advancement of that.
Quasico, what was your question?
No, the office. The facility in Houston. I've seen where Monique is over it.
That's right. So I wasn't going to say, because we had a press conference, but I believe they did release it. So yes, Monique, the comedian and actress.
I did
Monique,
my research.
Yes, so she's actually representing Houston, the Houston Equalizers. Yep. So we'll be actually releasing that toward February. We'll do a press conference and make that, public. But yeah, Monique is definitely the representative for Houston.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
This is go ahead.
Is there a height restriction on it?
No height restriction, no age restriction.
Don't start. Wait, because
I had to come in.
Okay, she's the one I was talking about, the knee. She got to wrap her knee, and I got to wrap mine in my back. Yeah,
I got to wrap mine too. Yeah. Both of them.
Yeah, so.
Sorry, I'm a little late chiming in. I've been under the weather a little bit and some stuff going on, but yeah.
Nice
I
to
Yeah,
needed to
meet
get in
you.
to ask my question.
yeah.
Nice to meet you
No,
too.
I
I
already,
needed to
I
get
already
in to
got
ask
you.
my question.
No, there's no height
So
restriction.
you
I already
checked
got
out
you.
the height,
No height restriction.
5'2" and 140. Okay, long as look, I can shoot some threes, go hard in
Exactly.
the
Look,
paint.
Spud,
They
Spud,
missed out on me back
Spud.
in 94,
No,
96.
Spud. You
Look,
can play. You can play.
I might can dunk now.
Hey, you got to come
Dunk.
out here and
If
show us
Brian
what
didn't
you
have to
got.
put in big letters, no height restriction.
No
We're
height
giving
restriction.
opportunities to whoever wants
So
it.
yeah, I just want to check. Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
okay, good.
So
Cause
now
I'm the
let's talk.
little bitty big Kareem.
Oh my God, this girl is funny. So now let's talk about youth. You guys are looking to start a youth program, so it's going to be the same way, the co-ed for the youth. Are you
Yeah,
so
so
what grade are you guys? Are you looking like? Is it going to be like an AAU or?
we're wanting to build with third grade is typically where kids really start the travel ball. So that's probably now we may go younger and do some tiny mite type programs, but like I said, third grade and up is usually where people start to get a little more serious about travel and amateur basketball. And that's probably where we will start to form that, so they can kind of get used to the structure of it. Like we said, two men, two women playing with the new ball, and just trying to introduce it so that it's something that is something that they can build into. So we'll again try to kick that off once we get the season started, and the next year or so, you can expect to see us out in the community more.
So now now when it comes to locker room situations, it's separate locker rooms, correct? Do they
So
have?
there's separate locker rooms for changing, dressing. A lot of the facilities do most definitely have separate areas for us to do that. When it comes to being, in there with the pep talk, everybody's together. We definitely make sure that it's comfortable for them, and privacy wise. But they're all in. Outside of that, we travel together. In the locker room, pep talk, halftime, all of that, all together. It's all inclusive.
Wow. Wow, this is pretty good. I'm
And
pretty,
Fun.
this
like I
the
said, it's
future for basketball.
Future
basketball. Well,
basketball.
I'm noticing again, there's only the 1%, right? We always talk about. So now you have football, who is now there's the XFL, right? Because you have the NFL, now you have the XFL, which is giving those that chance that didn't make the 1%, or that are free agents, and they're giving them a chance. Okay, so then now you have basketball, which you have the women's NBA, the NBA, but now you have this, which is still giving those that didn't make the 1%, or those who feel like I want to play with a co-ed team because I'm just as competitive. Here, you guys are giving them the opportunity to do that. You have baseball, and then you have the minors. So you're starting to see people come in and say, listen, there's too many, because so many athletes are falling off, right?
Okay.
You don't make the 1%, then they're going, what do I do? I mean, I'd love to play. And yes, there's recreation, adult recreation sports, and that's like, okay, that's good. But there's still that competitiveness that's in them. And they're like, there's something, I really want to play. Is there something out there that would allow me to show my competitiveness, right? And so again, these changes that are happening in the sports industry is giving people a second chance. Would you say that this
Oh,
is,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, no, we definitely want to give second chances. We want to give first chances. And speaking of the WNBA, one thing I didn't mention earlier when we talked about the pay gap and everything, another important part is that, I don't know if a lot of people know, but WNBA, because there's such a drastic difference in pay for women actually, as soon as the season is over with, they travel overseas. They play overseas in these in different countries across the world, with international teams, and they do this to compensate for So what we want to do, and what our biggest goal is to provide a platform that will allow these women to stay stateside after the season ends, like the men are allowed to. The men can stay and train and do brand visibility, camps or whatever it is that they're doing and stay relevant in this market. But the women, unfortunately, because they are traveling during the off season, they are never afforded the opportunity to be in front of their audience. So there's never an opportunity for them to, gain more fans, or, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just a gap there. It's a difference. So what we want to be able to do is provide that opportunity and make sure that we can, again, back to the endorsement deals and the sponsors, be able to pay them what we feel like, they're worth, and let them stay here while they're also doing what they love, building their brand, and getting paid what they deserve. And that's what this league is about.
Right, because they work hard. I mean, they work hard. You see them in practices. They're out there just like everybody else. They're running those lines, doing everything else. Some of them are staying after, getting those shots up. I mean, like everybody else. And you're right. You don't see, like at the end of seasons, you'll see an NFL player do a football camp, or you'll see a basketball player do a basketball camp. But you rarely hear of a female women's NBA player doing a women's camp, because they are gone. Because they have to make a living, and you rarely see them doing commercials for a. I mean, they probably do, but it's not as predominant as you do a male for a Nike or Adidas or of that sort. So, yeah, gives them an opportunity to. Be able, this organization will give them opportunity to do that. And I think that's good, because you don't see it. You really don't see it when it comes to the women's sports. I mean, not any of them really.
Right.
If you look at it, not soccer or softball or anything like that. You don't see them holding camps, but you always know there's a male, football camp. So.
Yeah. Now let me ask you, when does the season start, and then how many games do they play? Because the NBA, they play 100. They play so many games. Are y'all going to be like that?
No, I don't think that that's going to be something that we'll do. We're probably not going to do 100 games, but what we will do is we plan to start an off season of NBA, which is the summer. NBA probably ends mid to late April, and then picks back up around October. So we're trying to hit those key summer months, which unfortunately that does overlap with the WNBA season, because the WNBA, they start mid to late April, and then they end up ending around October. So it is just this weird lapse that, it just is what it is. We can't really help that, but I feel like the optimal time would be, or we are going to target the summer months. And then kids are out of school, because we want the families out there. Like we don't want it to be a situation where people are trying to come to the games after school. And, we want it to be a summer month and family oriented situation.
Right.
So how did you guys pick your coaches? How did you, are your coaches professional coaches for that coached either professional teams or college teams? How did you guys select your coaches?
So a lot of this is with, as the players, as we mentioned with the players, the market, right? So the team owner has a lot to say about, formulating their program, and they reach out to, and they end up bringing on, key players that they feel like are, going to help push their program forward. And obviously we work together to, for the qualifications and, the process of hiring. But yes, we've had, like I said, in Las Vegas, Lisa Leslie was actually the coach for the New Orleans Gators. And then we had Dominique, who was it? No, I'm sorry, Dominique. We had Pokey Chapman, who was a WNBA coach. She was actually one of the coaches. So we've had people from all levels of the game, people who've played or coached high school, college, semi-pro, we're given opportunities.
Wow.
That's good.
Arisha, maybe we can go coach.
Yeah, it's an opportunity.
Maybe we can't play. Maybe we can go coach.
Maybe we can
what'd you
coach
say,
and
5?
play.
Okay, you go ahead and go out there and be competitive with them. I'm gonna sit on the sideline and watch you. No, I'm gonna sit on the sideline. Okay, so Man, there's so much
Coach
because
Icy, that's what I'm saying.
it's it's so long as we don't get Jerry Jones to be the coach, we'll be all right. No, I'm sorry. I didn't throw that in there.
You hear me? No, long as we don't get Garrett to be the coach. We talking about basketball.
I know, but you know I'd be funny with Jerry Jones, right? Like make sure we don't get him. Okay, so anyway, there's so much to this. It's just like you can ask questions. It's so there's so many different opportunities and things like that. So colleges, how do you guys approach? Do you approach colleges? How do they find out about you? Do you guys send out recruiters to do you guys have recruiters that can go to college and recruit?
So that's not something we've done yet. Again, these have been preliminary exhibition games to try to get it out there. We are working on the recruiting process and what that may be. And the NCAA they have some new rules and some different things happening. So there may be some opportunities to, even for players. I don't know, but I know that they just passed a bill. I believe it's effective in California, or will be, that you can start using the likeness of players, and players can start being paid off their likeness. So that may be an opportunity. But, it's about working through the kinks, because, rules and regulations change every year, a couple times a year. But that's something that we will explore. And I hope that, soon we will be operating in the same capacity as NBA and WNBA and NFL, and we will have agents, and we will have, different big shots out there helping us push this forward. But as for now, we're in the building phase, and we're just trying to establish everything and get eyes on the league and get some believers behind us.
Wow.
All right.
So the NCAA will probably have to get involved eventually.
Yes.
This, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have to get involved in everything. Yeah, probably so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So
that's good.
This is great.
It is.
I love it.
Yeah, I will have to come. We'll have to come watch a game and cheer them on and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, make that trip to Houston. That'd be a good show.
4 hours.
Houston.
4 hours. We're gonna call you. Yes.
4 hours.
Yeah.
You see me going 4 hours. I need you to hurry up, get to Dallas now. Come on now, 4 hours. So, again, this is great. So, how can people find you? How can they, those who are watching, how can they try out or even just attend a game? Tell us, how we can get in contact with you.
All right. So on social media, we are at GMG Basketball. That's on Instagram. You can find us at globalmixedgenderbasketball.com. Our website has all of the information, and you can definitely check into both of those for updates. We'll be releasing, the new team owners and the new games that we have. We have a lot in store this year. We're actually, Mr. Scott, he wasn't able to be on tonight because, he's constantly on the road and constantly in the air, flying, making deals and making this thing, happen. But we've got a lot in store. And Facebook, we're at Global Mixed Gender Basketball. You just type that in and just stay updated with us. As far as tryouts, we will be kicking those off this year. We have 5 states that we plan to hit to start, tapping into these markets to find new talent. So all of this information will be on the website and on our social media, and just stay connected with us, and we'll keep you up to date.
Now, is this televised?
It is televised. Yes, all of our games are broadcasted. Yeah. So we actually have our own network, GMGB network, and this will be accessible on Roku, Apple TV, all of the main smart TVs, and you just download the app. You can watch us, and we'll stream it live.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys heard it right here on Can We Talk Sports. Listen, if you guys want to, think you got what it takes and you want to try out, please go check them out, follow them. And because we're gonna be there. What you think, girls? Ladies, we gonna be there?
Yeah, we definitely need to go. Absolutely.
Yeah, we need to go. This is good,
Right.
set up and meet everybody, and this is good. I'm pretty
Right.
excited.
Like the
Thank you,
the
guys.
energy is
Yeah,
different.
if
It's
y'all need
like on
support,
fire.
Yeah, I
one of
saw
the
that on
things
the
I'll be
video.
there.
It's really, I mean, people are loving it. I mean, they're
Right.
having a good time. It's just, it's laid back. It's just
Right.
really, it's a
Yeah.
different competition, if you can say it like
Yeah.
that.
Absolutely.
It makes it more exciting because you'll watch an NBA and it's like, okay, and you'll watch the ladies, but when you put the two together,
Together.
it makes it more
Yeah.
exciting and it makes it intense. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So thank you, Ashley, for being a guest.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
James
you.
Thank you. Thank you
and
so much.
we appreciate him allowing you to be a guest and share more about the organization and everything. So you guys have a good luck to you guys.
Thank
And
you.
we look forward to meeting you.
All right. Thank you guys so much.
You're welcome. All right, ladies. So now we need to shift on to Big Mama. Is Big Mama,
Yeah.
is she queued up? But
Yes.
she is. Big Mama, you ready? Is she ready? Can we have her? Is she there?
She's coming up.
She's coming up. I remember the movie, y'all, while she was talking. Game of Thrones.
Excuse me. Sorry.
That's the movie. That's the other TV show.
What is it again?
Game of Thrones.
Oh.
Game of Thrones.
What? Y'all didn't what? Okay, I'm sorry. We can't talk about that. All right, Big Mama's coming up, and we'll be back after.
Let's go, Big Mama.
So as you can see on Can We Talk, we're going to go deep in topics as well as we're going to go to the lighter side of topics. But now it's time for What Would Big Mama Say?
Hey, let me tell you. God, no. If I told him once, I would told him twice.
So as you can see on Can We Talk, we're going to go deep in topics as well as we're going to go to the lighter side of topics. But now it's time.
Hey, ladies.
Big Mama.
Good evening,
Hey,
ladies.
Big Mama.
How are you guys?
How are you? Did you
How
hear
are
all that?
you?
I did. Oh my goodness.
Big Mama, we gonna go
Shannon, I
play?
see y'all ready?
You ready?
Y'all ready?
Yes.
Can we
I
can we
think
go
we
can we
should
go to the gym
go.
first? Y'all, can we go to the gym first?
Yeah, right.
No, we're just
Definitely
gonna
got to stop by there.
Yeah, we need to go to the
Listen,
gym
ladies,
first.
so I'm not going to take much of your time. It's been a wild week. Let's start out because just about most of my ladies on here, Cowboy Nation. So you get your new head coach, huh? Mike McCarthy. This is the same Mike
Yes.
McCarthy that had 6-9 last season with the Pat. I'm just asking. Is that the same? So you went 8-8 this time with Jason. So you picked Mike. Jerry. I tell you, Cowboy Nation, whatever happens, happens. I'm right there. I'm there for all of it. But these playoffs this weekend, they have been wild. Oh my goodness. There have been so many upsets. As they say, on any given Sunday, you can win or lose. And it will definitely happen this weekend for sure. One thing I want to give a shout out to Matt LaFleur. Go Packs, go. Now remember, I don't have a dog in the fight because my Saints are, they're at home. But I'm better. I'm better. But wow, for his first year, and here he is. He's just really making a smooth effort to get where he's going. One thing I always do at the end of I guess at the end of the segment, just kind of want to give a little encouragement to our young people or our youth that are listening or those moms that are there. The Chiefs this evening that team was the epitome of how bad do you want it? When you want it bad enough, you're going to fight for it. You're going to drive for it. You're going to do all that you can do to get there because everybody had counted them out. But when you want it, want it, you go for it and you do whatever you do. So young people, if you're listening this evening, keep that in your mindset. How bad do I want it? Do I want it bad enough that I need to do an extra practice, that I can practice when I'm not at practice? Do I go over the drills when I'm not there? So you have to just decide, how bad do I want it? But the chief showed us this evening, if you want it, you can go and get it. So that's all I have for this evening. I don't have much, but I'm still a little salty because I am a Bama fan. So go Clemson, go.
Wow, she said,
Wow.
No, she
"Oh,
did.
Clemson, go."
Did.
LSU, I
Go
got your back.
Clemson, go.
I'm for the
LSU, I got your
underdog.
back.
I'm for LSU. How you not gonna be for LSU?
LSU, I got your back.
I'm
No,
for the underdog.
She said she for the underdog.
I just want you to know,
No, she got
you're ready.
No,
Okay.
you're
We are
wrong.
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. LSU
Y'all
again.
coach helping me
Me,
out this evening. He comes with
me and
props
Karen
and
got your back,
everything.
LSU. We got your back.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
I know you see the OU sign in the back. That's okay, because my son
Oh
went there. But
yeah.
I still
Oh,
got
of
your back.
course.
Now, guys, okay, so I did watch the was it Titans and the Baltimore Ravens. I did with
Yeah,
Lamar Jackson. Oh, I wanted him to win.
Oh,
I did
I
too.
want that baby to win.
Yeah.
Yes, I love his story.
His heart was
But the
there.
yeah, you got a powerful story.
Yeah, but the
He
Titans
He does.
and then the
They pulled up.
49ers. Who
Yeah.
they play? They play somebody. Who they play and they beat them.
Okay, I'm guilty. I wasn't watching sports this weekend, y'all. I told y'all where I was. My bad. Okay, I'll do better. I was on the couch watching movies. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
The
So
49ers played the Vikings
that's
that
right.
put us on the couch last week.
Yeah, now
So
they
now
on the
they-
couch.
So
Yeah,
now
they
they're
on the couch. Right.
on the
It's all
couch.
right with me.
So
This is-
listen, we started what? This is district games in high school, right?
Oh,
Did
wow.
DeSoto start the
Yeah.
district?
Yeah, for basketball.
Yeah, for
Right.
basketball. So we started district games. So look, we got
Yeah.
DeSoto U, where y'all at. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
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 We're gonna see
The
who's gonna win
girls
the
is doing
state.
amazing. The girls,
Yeah.
the DeSoto girls are doing amazing. So shout out to the girls.
They're 6A,
Yeah.
aren't they?
Yeah, they're doing
Yeah.
amazing
I thought
job.
it was 5A.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we're gonna see
Yeah.
how this basketball season go for district for high school. So we got to watch high school games and college games
Right.
and all of that. So
Yeah,
yeah.
Shannon, your baby is started. She's playing, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Started Saturday because they closed. They had a reschedule it for Saturday because they were supposed to play Friday. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so district has started. So yeah, we're pretty excited about that. But
That's good.
I'll watch the football game. I'm gonna watch the LSU because
Yeah.
watch
Let's
it.
do that. Let's watch it together.
Look, we gotta have a.
Okay.
Okay, what time the game start tomorrow? Cause see, I'm trying to finish Dynasty, y'all. Okay, I'm sorry. I am.
Are you binging? You're binging Dynasty?
Yeah, I am.
You're binging it. Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It is. I've heard it was good.
It was good. I binged Greenleaf too. Yeah.
Oh, that's
All
really
right.
good.
Yeah.
I
You guys.
I was mad about Greenleaf. So anyway, we're gonna move on.
Yes. Next week, you guys, we're gonna have
yeah.
it's gonna be a great show next week. So you guys stay tuned, share, comment on the videos, be ready for next week. We have a recording, we have a special guest, another special guest. We always got special guests. Miss Erica Wilson, she's an NFL mom. She's gonna tell us it had to happen.
Okay. Yeah.
Got to have
Yeah.
fun. So listen, if you want to be a guest on the show, please follow us at Can We Talk Sports on Facebook, Instagram, Periscope, Twitch, or Twitter. Leave us a message, and we would love to hear your story. We would love to interview whether you're a coach, a ref, an agent,
A
brand new
parent.
parent, you name it. We would love to
Yeah.
hear your story and follow your journey. Also, we're going to start, listen, I think us ladies need to start doing a workout. What do y'all think? So we can,
Yes.
as a mom, me and Karen was actually talking about it. I think as a mom, moms are always running. They're getting their kids to camps, or
Yeah.
they're at practices, and they never take time for themselves. So I think us ladies need to be able to give a tip on how to eat properly, or just spend time for yourself, because by
Yeah.
the time you go to practice and you come home and you cook dinner, you do this, you flop down, you talking about sitting on a couch, you flop
Right.
down and you're just exhausted, and then you just take 5 seconds and then you get up and go do it again. So we want to be able to help you with some good tips on how to take care of yourself as a mom. And so, yes, 2020 is going to be a great year. So much we're going to bring to the show and talk about, and even bringing on a fitness person, going live.
Right.
We want to be able to go live
Oh,
to the gym. Now, listen, when we go
Absolutely.
live to a gym, y'all are not going to film me. Okay?
Yes.
You can't, Karen,
Can
I
we
saw you.
talk?
No, you
Can
can't.
we
gotta
talk?
film you.
No. Mm-mm. You're not
Karen.
gonna film me with a
Yes.
trainer. No,
Can
ma'am.
we talk sports
Yeah.
fitness?
That's right. That can we talk? No,
We got to.
Fitness.
Because everything we see the little skinny people working out. We got to see the big people working
Oh
out.
God, Miss Karen. But you know what? You know what? That's okay. We are different. We are creative. We will make it happen. Okay.
Right.
God, I can't believe you said that, Karen. Are you serious?
The story is real. I need you
That's
to
right.
see the struggle
Right.
that I go
That's
through.
right.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm finna get off right now and find me something to eat. Before I go
Okay.
to visit.
Oh my God! Oh my God! This show is. Oh my God!
Goodness.
So I'm about to go eat.
She telling the truth.
Yo,
That's right.
Listen, we are real sports moms. Like seriously, we hope we have flaws. We're not perfect.
Yeah.
We strive for excellence for our students, our kids. Yes.
Yeah.
So I love the transparency, Miss Karen. Shout out to Miss Karen.
You're right. You're right.
Shout out to Karen.
She said you got to see
All
the
right.
struggle. So anyway, again, follow us, leave us a message, and the word of the day is what Big Mama said. Like she was talking about, don't give up.
Don't
No
give
matter
up.
what it looks like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
How bad do you
How
How
bad
bad do you want it?
How
Keep
bad
fighting for it.
fighting
Yes.
for it,
How
no matter
bad
what
do
it
you
is.
want it?
Whether it pertains to sports, or
Right.
just a test, a certain grade you want to get in class, or just
Right.
anything in your life. How
Yeah.
bad do you want it?
Life.
Keep fighting for it. Never
Right.
give up until the buzzard rings, or
Right.
sounds, or whatever you want to say it.
Yeah.
Just keep fighting. That's our
Yeah.
tip for today. How bad
Yeah.
do you want it? Just
Yeah.
keep fighting.
Yes. Just
All
keep
right.
fighting.
All right. Thank you for joining.
Thank
and
you.
Hey.
week.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Go,
Can
Clemson,
we
go.
go